All right. Welcome, everyone. This is Robin from Western Mass. It is Sunday, October 17th, 2021, and we're about to do our stress management section of our call, our Morgellons call. And today's theme for stress management is laughter, right? So we were hoping people might have looked up some jokes to share to make people laugh, because when you laugh, it does so much good to your body. And
you have a joke for us? Did you forget? I forgot.
I totally forgot, but yeah.
I don't know if we were able to open up lines to anybody who might. It's too bad you can't raise your hand on this thing, and we could just open up your line.
Well, here's one joke. It's not that funny, but did you hear about the mathematician who's afraid of negative numbers?
No.
He'll stop at nothing to avoid them.
That is good.
Here's another one. Why do we tell actors to break a leg?
Why?
Because every play has a cast.
That's good.
Oh, and here's for anyone who's into typography. Helvetica and Times New Roman walk into a bar. "Get out of here," shouts the bartender. "We don't serve your type."
That's good. Hey, you're on a roll. You got 3 great ones.
I got one more.
All right.
Yesterday, I saw a guy spill all his Scrabble letters on the road. I asked him, "What's the word on the street?" A brilliant joke. It just has to make you giggle.
Yeah, and believe it or not, when you're giggling, you're not as sick as you were.
It's true. It's really true.
You can't be. It moves you in the other direction. It's like the nothing joke. Negative numbers.
Right. So,
Richard, do you want me to open up somebody's line?
Sure. Yeah, if anybody's got a joke.
Before I do that, I have a biblical joke.
Okay.
All right.
So Paul and Peter, they were arguing. Paul was saying Jesus was black, and Peter was saying Jesus is white. So they both end up dying on the same day, and they went to the pearly gates, and they saw Peter there, and they say, "Hey, you've seen Jesus. We want to know whether he's white or black." And at the same time, Jesus stepped in and said, "You know, yes."
What?
I get it.
Okay. I just got it. All right. The topic that we were also talking about was that you were sharing with me last night that people get about halfway through the day. They start out with optimism, and they get about halfway through the day, and pessimism takes over.
Right.
Yeah. So what can we do about that? I'm sure we've all been in that state. I mean, some of us start off the day in a pessimistic attitude. Other than realizing there's no future in pessimism, what can we do about it?
Right. We can practice choosing positivity and hopefulness and faith, and doing that throughout the day when we get attacked with negative thoughts and discouragement and depression.
How do you choose that? How do you choose happiness? I actually have a book on Amazon about this, how to be happy, how to choose happiness. And the first thing is to remember to employ the techniques. That's the first thing. If you don't think to employ the it's like you're given a brand new Mercedes, for instance, and you're given a key. But if you don't remember to take the key and start the car, you're not going to go anywhere. All right. So how do you choose to be happy? And the other thing is, many people don't realize it's a choice. It's like it's like a coin. It's got two sides. It's not round. It's like a coin with two sides. We're on this side, and we don't know about this side. We don't know that getting from here to here is possible or simply a choice to be made. So we think that because we're here, we're stuck here. And that's sad. So the first thing is to simply remember this. You're here, and hey, guess what? You could be here, but right now you're here. So that's number one. Number two is, how do I get from here to here, knowing that there is a possibility to get to here? How do I do that? Well, that is by, number one, acknowledging what your present thoughts are. Now, we say the word negativity, but let's get rid of negative and positive. Let's say energy. We're on this energy here that is just a soup of feeling sad, sorry for ourselves, we shouldn't have got up today, we're never going to get life back, it's miserable, there's no hope, these things are going to kill me, I should maybe end my life and get it over with, it's not worth it, all these thoughts that are here. This is energy. This is an energy. And knowing that we can get here, but how do we do it when we seem to be corralled and roped in with that energy? Well, the first thing most people do is they invalidate themselves for being here. Oh, shit, I shouldn't be here. This is terrible. What's wrong with me? I must be a mental case. I'm nuts. I'm crazy. I knew I didn't deserve it. God has abandoned me. Nobody believes me, and doctors don't believe me, and they invalidate themselves. I'm stupid. I'm dumb, and their self-esteem goes down the toilet because they let their brain talk define where they are now. They let their past define where they are now. And maybe they have a little practice in getting from here to here, but I'm saying that you can get from here to here. And the first step is to stop making yourself wrong. Don't stop making yourself wrong. Stop putting yourself down. Stop shooting yourself in the foot. And how you do that is you acknowledge your wonderful brain. Your brain is more powerful than anything in the world, any computer. You can't be beaten. They say we only use 11% of our brain. That's bullshit. We use 100%. Problem is, 89% is in conflict. You take a positive number, or you want to go nothing, you end up with nothing. So that goes back to the joke, nothing. So 89% is in conflict. So instead of making yourself wrong, recognize you have the power, the incredible power of the most powerful computer in the whole wide universe, perhaps, or at least in this world. So, and it is only doing the best that it presently knows how, based on what you have allowed to come into your brain. You've accepted these thoughts. You've adopted them. Maybe they were thoughts of others that you adopted. Maybe you came to your own conclusions about how inadequate you are, or what's wrong with you, or, this even gets down to, well, I'm too fat, I'm too ugly, I'm too skinny, I'm too big, I'm too whatever. We get into all these self-judgments, okay? So I'm only touching the tip of the iceberg of all the things that we can think that's wrong with us. But you've adopted them. You've allowed them into your brain. And you've become your own worst enemy. I'm not successful. I don't have it in me. It's not my gene pool or whatever. Anything that you felt you've been failing at, there's a whole mindset here that you've adopted, you've allowed into your brain, and that's it, your belief right here. So the last thing you want to do is make that wonderful, incredible brain wrong. That computer, don't make it wrong. Thank it. Thank you, my wonderful intelligence. Thank you. Thank you for your opinions. So it's like you thank other people. Oh, thank you for your opinion. Thank you. You know, hey, for instance, your best friend, the person you confide in all the time. You confide in this person. You respect this person. You have a problem, and you share it with your friend. You say, hey, you know, I've got this problem and I'm trying to figure it out, and maybe you can help me. You've had some experience in this area. Maybe you can help me. So you explain the situation to your friend, and your friend listens attentively, and your friend gives you the worst advice in the world. I mean, as soon as you hear the advice coming out of his mouth, you know, wow, he's on a different planet. Oh, holy shit. So after your friend has given you all this terrible advice that you already know is ass backwards, what do you say to your friend? Do you say, you're stupid, you're an ass, you're the dumbest person I thought I respected you, how can you come up with that stupidity? I mean, do you do that? That'd be the end of your friendship, right? So what do? You thank your friend. Thank you for your information. Thank you for your opinion. Thank you. And you walk away and you thank your friend. When's the last time you ever thanked yourself? Never. So just as you thank your friend, you thank yourself. Okay, thank you, intelligence. Thank you, wonderful brain. You think this and this and this and this, that. Now, the brain is a computer. You program your brain. What do you want? Have you ever thought of that? What do you want? You're here in the soup of this energy, and you feel yucky, and you feel crummy, and you feel shitty. What do you want? Well, I just told you could be here. So don't you want to be here? Don't you want to be here instead of here in this negativity? Yeah. And well, this energy. So you thank your intelligence. Thank you, my wonderful intelligence. Thank you for your opinion. And I prefer to be here. I prefer to find joy in every day. I prefer to start out every day recognizing it's a gift. Simply me being here, it's a gift. And I prefer to deal with every day. I prefer to deal with the ups and downs. I prefer to be here. And you, my intelligence. Now, this is something we always talk about, Robin. When we get stressed out, what happens with our IQ?
Goes way down.
And it goes down, zero. What happens with our creativity?
Goes out the window.
Hey, when you're here in this soup, your IQ is, I mean, if you had 120 IQ normally on a test, it's down to about 90. Right. If you had a spurt, if you are a creative person, when you're in this soup, it's gone, all right? So I prefer you, my creative intelligence, to figure out how to solve my soup and get me out of my soup and get me here, as I prefer to regard every day as a gift of life and appreciate every day. But right now I'm here, all right? So that gives you the guidance, and guess what? You'll be surprised. Now, we can also talk about emotions, because when you're in this soup up here, what emotions do you think go along with it, Robin?
Oh, confusion, hopelessness, discouragement, despair,
depression, anger, all of them. And what are emotions? Different energy levels. Nothing but different energy levels. Now, if we want to get a little more into this and really make this happen, it helps us to recognize or acknowledge what feeling we might be dealing with. So this may not be an overnight thing, such as it may not be an overnight thing to get your life back for more gallons. It may not be an overnight thing because maybe you've had a history of denial of these emotions. And why would you deny some of these emotions? Huh? Well, there was a phenomenal book written, I don't know, about 15 years, 20 years ago by a psychiatrist, or Isaac Rubin, psychiatrist, called The Angry Book, from which I learned a lot. See, we all have beliefs. Remember, we talked about beliefs before, Well, we talked about the beliefs about our attitudes in life, that we're schmucks and whatever, or, but we also have beliefs about emotions, feelings. Why should you be depressed? What is your belief about that? Robin, do you have any beliefs about that? Why do people believe they shouldn't be depressed?
Why they should be? Because they
should not be depressed. Why should?
I don't know how to answer that. I mean, depression.
You're an apple on the barrel. Nobody wants to be around you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you should be depressed. You got a whole life ahead of you. You've got 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 feet. There are other people a lot less than you. Why should you be depressed? You shouldn't be depressed. So we learn that emotions, we shouldn't feel them, because if we feel them, we don't have a right to feel them, or that others won't like being around us. Anger, why shouldn't you be angry?
Yeah, I mean, you can't suppress your feelings, but you have to get through them, and learning the things that you're talking about are how you get through them.
Well, you shouldn't be angry, because what good is it? It doesn't do any good. Your blood pressure will go up. You'll have a heart attack. People will know how to get to you. They'll know how to push your buttons. And so we have all these feelings about why anger is wrong and is not good and whatever. We could go through this with all the emotions. Why shouldn't you be confused? Well, you should know what you want by now in your life, and there's uncertainty, and we have beliefs about these emotions. If you notice any emotion that is alien to you or that you generally avoid, you kind of want to sit down and make a list of all the reasons why you believe that these emotions are bad for you and you shouldn't have them, because these reasons are very important. Because getting from here is to say, thank you, my wonderful intelligence. You think I shouldn't be depressed because of all this list of reasons and emotions that you just came up with. Thanks for your opinion. I prefer to feel and experience the emotion. Now, what happens when you actually allow yourself to feel an emotion? When you will actually allow yourself to surrender to being depressed or angry, it disappears. But as long as you resist it, as long as you fight it, there's a basic rule in psychology. What you resist persists. And if you resist any emotion, which is nothing but a energy level, if you resist that energy level, it will persist. It's like, hey, I got you. I'm running your life. It's like you're a puppet on a string, and the emotion of anger or frustration is running. I'm going to have fun with you. You're just what I'm looking for. Yeah. That's what the energy level does. So thank you for your opinion. You think I shouldn't feel this way. I acknowledge that I dislike anger because people will take advantage of me, or it hasn't worked for me in the past, or my blood pressure will go up. I prefer to feel and experience the anger. Oh, it's gone, and be here. And before you know it, the creative intelligence will take you there. So in the middle of the day, I've just given you the keys. I've just given you the keys. It's up to you to remember to do it. It's up to you to turn the key, review this. If it takes you 10 times to watch this video to get it down, do it, because it works. Now, you can also incorporate techniques that Robin has shared with us, and we have shared with you over the years. Deep breathing, tapping, belly laughter. To sit down and do a little bit of that and go through the rationale. You might sit down, take a break, and do your deep breathing, 4 or 5 minutes. And then as you're deep breathing, hey, this is where I am. Just by doing that, you've come a little away from this, and you're more objective rather than subjective, and you step back and find that helps the creativity move you here a lot faster. Okay, so anything to add to that, Robin, before we close this segment?
No, I think that was great. That was great.
So, great. I want to thank everyone for tuning in today. And, you know, we like to look at getting your life back as just not doing one thing. You know, I don't think you're going to find a more comprehensive approach in the world to dealing with these organisms than what Robin and I share with you here every week, and our other coaches as well. You know, managing stress is definitely a part of it. Don't let anybody tell you it's not. I was fortunate because my career was in managing stress. And I was doing it, not knowing that I was doing it. So while I was suffering from parasites, I was out jogging around. Yeah, I go jogging around the court track, and I was using my affirmations. 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 That's a part of it too. Affirmations. So, and those affirmations can be short, could be I am healthy, I am well, I am creative, be as short as that, or it could be a long litany of an affirmation. So it's up to you. So you put it all together. Managing stress by itself will not get you through and get your life back from Morgellons and other skin parasites. But using our protocol and managing stress simply makes it faster, easier, and more enjoyable. Thank you very much. Thank you, Robin, and thank you, Chris. I love you all. Keep coming back.